Shalom, call halal Yahweh Bashim Abishai Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all my fellow laborers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. This is your brother Malcolm from the GMS Chicago camp. I sat down with a friend of mine who's really good in law. He's not a lawyer, but I do believe he passed the bar. And he's really, he's just an intelligent brother who studied law very, very thoroughly. And I've been watching this guy, Omen Osiris, for a while. And I've seen the guys who try to come against him. And Omen Osiris, he's America's only child support educational for men or people who are victims of it. And the truth be said that the child support laws are all false, and they're done under the color of law. You can look up that term and find out what it means. So the truth be said is that child support law was never enacted into positive law. It was never enacted into positive law, which means it's not law at all. It's done under the color of law, which basically it means that it's something that looks like law, but it isn't, and they enforce it anyway, and people don't know any better. And what brought this conversation up was what we were talking about, the Wizard of Oz. And he talked about how I jumped ahead of myself. And this brother that I'm speaking of, I'm not going to put his name out there. I turned him on to this Omen Osiris guy. So with the knowledge he already had and understanding of the law, once he watched this Omen Osiris and started understanding about IVD cases, and understanding all the terminology, which I don't clearly understand at all, but I'm starting to understand it a little bit. He took it and ran with it, and he actually went and applied the information from this Omen Osiris guy and got his license reinstated, and his case was rescinded and disappeared. And now he's suing them for money. And what they do is once you catch them up, the reason a lot of guys are beating this, people like himself, and these cases are getting dismissed, but the courts settle outside once they understand, once they realize that you got them and you can show all the laws that they violate in order to enforce child support laws, because they violate a lot of laws to do that and a lot of rights. And like I said, it's all done under the color of law, and they violate a lot of rights. And once you catch them up and you can prove it, they just quickly go to settle, because they don't want this stuff going on public record, because once you beat a case, it becomes public record and other people can look it up and see what you did and beat their cases the same way. So they often settle outside, which is why if you go to DCFS and you go look up, beating child support cases, nothing's gonna pop up. All right, and that's the reason why, because he actually showed me the document that he got in the mail within 2 weeks, that they rescinded his case and gave him back his license and told him that he didn't owe $23,000. And basically, the court is basically asking him what he needs to go away. So, but to make him go away, because now he's on the attack now, because it's like, you ruined my good name, you cost me my job, and that's pretty much the case of a lot of men. And with that being said, I'm gonna read the scripture. This is Isaiah 42:22, and it says, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none restoreth." And they don't get restored. So most guys are just hopelessly caught up in the system, and they see no way out of it because the court doesn't really give you a remedy. All right, and like I said, it's all done under the color of law. And I can say again, you can look it up. Child support laws were never invented to. You can go on any state's website, and you're gonna be, and the guys who are in this, you're gonna find all this information. It's gonna tell you that you're listed as a customer. All right, you're gonna go to their customer service. You don't have to be a customer. You can walk away from it. You just got to know how to do it properly. Okay, and that's what what the friend of mine did. And I actually saw his paperwork. You know, and I was like, wow. And then so that means these people really are truly criminals operating a court, this whole court thing. And that whole thing is set up for the states, and everybody gets paid as a result of it. The judge gets his regular check, but they get bonus money to the state to, you know, for enforcing this. The federal government actually gives them money, and that money is distributed to the lawyers, the feds, everybody is involved in that, the agencies. All right. And, you know, and it's just wicked. It's just beyond wicked, man. And it's a false balance. So let me, and the fact that they rescinded his case is evidence of it, because he caught them up with their own laws and pointed out that they're doing this in fraud, because they violate a lot of rights to do this. All right. And, you know, I wish I understood a lot of the law terms. You can go watch my man, Omen Osiris. You can go watch his videos and you'll learn a lot, man. So, and a lot of those scoffers, and I watched his videos, and then you got these people who scoff him. Those are agents. The same way agents try to scoff this truth, because my man Omen Osiris is doing Jake, because they're the main victims of this. Now Esau's falling victim of it too. That's the beautiful thing. But he's doing a great service to Jacob, because he's showing you ways you can beat their system, man. And so what do? They send their agents and they send their minions to make counter videos to try to say that he's wrong and woo up the band. Well, now I'm a true believer. I saw it. I saw the paperwork. I know what he did. I know this guy personally, and it's true. All right. So, but this is Proverbs 11 and 1, and it reads, "A false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, but the just weight is his delight." Man, and they're not dealing within a just weight in this system, and that's why America is falling, because it's corrupt. From rooter to tutor, man. From its very inception is corrupt. All right, the very way it was brought about. It was brought about through wickedness, through rape, robbery, murder, and deception. And these people who did all this rape, robbery, and murder then have the audacity to set up systems of law and school and education and try to govern over people. And then they govern over you wickedly, and under the guise of law, like under the color of law, when they're doing things against you in secrecy. All right. But this is Sirach 10 and 8, and it reads, "Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries, the riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another." And what you're witnessing now is the transformation of the kingdom from the wicked Edomites. This is why the government is about to shut down. A lot of these women are about to catch hell, because these laws are changing. And now these women who make you a customer when they put you in child support, they make you a customer when they sign up. And you got to think I believe it's a $25 fee to get it going, and then it's $25 a year to keep it going. So, you know, how many millions of people are on child support per state, per capita, so that's a lot of money, and that money gets divided up between the lawyers and the judges, and now you're seeing what's really going on, and you're labeled as a customer, and most people don't know that, and the courts are enforcing it. But if you understand the things that I'm sharing with you, and you go check out my guy Omen Osiris, hey Omen, you should be thanking me, man, because I'm actually, you know, because what you're doing, you fighting the righteous fight against Esau. Okay, but I have to tell you, brother, that Egyptian thing is not it. We're Hebrew Israelites, brother, and the Bible is real. All right, because my man Amen quotes a lot of the stuff out of the Bible a lot, but he don't really believe in it. He believes in, you know, the whole Egyptology thing, but that's his personal preference. That has nothing to do with the fact that he's fighting a good fight for you know, exposing Esau's wickedness in that court system, man, and showing you a way to get out of it, man. And this is just more evidence that this America is about to shut down, that their system is failing, you know, because the same thing is going on in housing as well, the way they're taking houses and stuff from people. A lot of things are being done under the color of law, all right? But, you know, if Esau just followed the laws in the Bible, his nation would have stood, you know, but he's clean contrary to the scriptures, man. Everything that the Bible says, these Edomites do opposite. And this is 1 Kings 4 and 8. All right. No, the 4th chapter and the 30th verse. And I'm going to read down to like 34. And it says, and Solomon's wisdom excelled the wisdom of all the children of the east country and all the wisdom of Egypt. And he was wiser than all the men, than Ethan, than Ezrahite, than Heman, than Kahal, than Darda, than the sons of Mahal. And his fame was in all nations round about. And he spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005. And he spake of trees from cedar and Lebanon, and even to the hyssop, the spring out of the wall. He spake of also of the beasts, of the fowls, and the creeping things, and of the fishes. And there came all the people to hear the wisdom of Solomon from all the kings of the earth, which he had heard. Now earlier Solomon asked for wisdom, and the Lord gave him wisdom and understanding, and he promised his father, our king, King David, who's our king forever, by the way, that he would keep the law, statutes, and commandments. And as you see, during the time that Solomon kept the laws, the kingdom was well in place, and Israel ruled over all people and all nations. And that's going to happen again. All right. But these people, these Edomites ruling are wicked judges, like the ones that are talked about in Susanna. Let's go to the book of Susanna. Let me see. This is Susanna, the history of Susanna, verse 5 and 6. And it reads, in the same year were appointed 2 of the ancients of the people of the judges, such as the Yahweh spake of, that wickedness came from Babylon, from ancient judges who seemed to govern the people. These kept much of Joachim's house, and all that had any suits in law came unto them. So these judges are in on it today. They're being wicked, and this system is being exposed, and it's just a beautiful thing. If you look on the screen, a lot of and the truth be said, it's funny too that they're showing what she looks like. She might be a Jake of the Northern Kingdom, but these are Edomites, and the majority of, you see this one, the arrow is, watch it change to the chubby girl, but the majority of the people on food stamps in America are Edomites. They will never share that. You can look up FBI, the statistics on that, and it'll show you, man. They make up the majority of people that are actually on welfare as whites, not blacks. But you would never know that by watching the news. But nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. These Edomite women and these Jake women are no different, man. And all Jacob's women, man, all these women are going to catch hell as this system collapses and falls around them, man. All right? Because they're not going to be able to milk the system anymore. And even the child support laws are changing. So then they're, and now the fact that this thing is being exposed, there's going to be no other recourse except to shut it down, man. Because that child support thing is a major, major money-making scheme. And it even tells you in their child support bylaws that the child support was not set up, because they'll go say, oh, well, if you don't pay the children this and the children that, and you go and look in their bylaws, you can go look this up for yourself. It tells you that it was never intended to support custodial parent or the child, that it was meant for the state. So this is money that goes to the state. So the state could care less about you and your child. If they did, they wouldn't inoculate them with all these poisons to send them to school and spray all these poisons in the sky that's causing autism and everything else, man. Then have these child sex rings and all these Catholic priests that are freaking off on children, but yet they want to throw a man in jail who's struggling, trying to and they don't even give you the proper due process, because it's supposed to bring you into court to find out if you're even capable of paying. Then if you refuse to pay, then they actually have a recourse where they can do things to you. But they do things and just without following their channel. So they're breaking their own laws, and plus it's all done in fraud, because the child support laws was never enacted into positive law. And if it's not positive law, it's not really law. It's done under the color of law. It's done under a lie, which is how Esau operates. So this video right here was put up by the brother Kadar Shapat. I highly suggest you brothers go ahead and watch it. I just wanted to showcase, I just popped it up, and it just showed how many videos were popping up on the same subject matter. Man, this thing is really getting bad. you know. And in 6 weeks, they're going to turn it off. And then you got people who've been working and haven't been paid, who are not going to get paid for 6 weeks, government workers. So this is a serious, serious thing, man. And we've been telling you all along that these things will come into America, man. All right? So with that, you know, I hope this was an edifying, uplifting, and eye-opening video session. So with that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh Bashan Abishai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, Wa Abba Babal. Shalom.